Hey all, here OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the phone salesman QiStone Plus. As the name implies, this is a power bank that can charge a phone wirelessly using Qi, so it's compatible with the iPhone 10, 8 Plus, Samsung Galaxy devices, among many others on the market. But what's really unique about this power bank is that it can also be recharged itself using wireless Qi. So you can charge the power bank wirelessly, and the power bank can also charge a phone wirelessly as well. On the downside, it is a little bit pricey. Phone Salesman was one of the first manufacturers to bring out wireless power banks, and this one isn't completely new to the market. It's been released for at least a year or two now, but you can still find it on Amazon or through their website for about $80. And for the price, it's a 4,000 milliamp hour capacity, which isn't quite as large as the competition, which might be around 10,000 or higher for the same price. You are paying, though, for the fact that the power bank can be charged wirelessly as well, plus the fact that it has a very premium design and build that we'll talk about later on in this video. So this is the packaging. It's pretty simple. Some basic advertisements on the sides. It also does feature a full-size USB port, so you can charge a regular device if you don't want to use wireless Qi to charge up to 2 devices at the same time. And down below there is a soft carrying pouch that you can use to take the device with you when you're on the go. There's also a included micro USB cable for charging up the Qi Power Stone if you don't want to use wireless charging, and there's even a longer cable as well that you get maybe for charging up a smartphone, which is a nice little bonus accessory. Here is also a cute little message. It says, "Keep calm and carry QiStone Plus." They also give you 2 little accessory prongs that you can insert onto a micro USB or lightning port on your smartphone to cover up that port if you're just using wireless charging instead. It's a neat little dust cover. And they also have an advertisement for Fernie Qi, which is these wood desks that comes with a Qi contact point built on in. It's another one of their products. Taking a quick look at the design of the Qi Power Stone Plus, it definitely emulates the stone or pebble that it was inspired by, just because of its rounded corners as well as this subtle gray paint job that they have going on. The material is made out of a soft touch rubber, which makes it very grippy and easy to hold. It also prevents phones that are sitting on the wireless contact point on the front here from sliding off, which is pretty clever. It tucks away very easily into pockets as well as into backpacks, just because of the slightly more petite size. As a quick size comparison, here is a 10,000 milliamp hour capacity power bank that we also recently reviewed, and we can see that the phone salesman QiStone Plus is definitely smaller, but again the capacity is also less. Otherwise, we can take a closer look on the front. There are 4 LEDs that tells you the status of the battery remaining. There's about 50% charge when you first take it out of the box, and something that's kind of cool is it has an accelerometer or a motion sensor. So whenever you flip it over or pick it up, it automatically jumps to life. So there's no need for pressing additional keys or buttons for it to start the charging process. As aforementioned, it charges up to 2 devices at the same time. You can rest the phone onto the top as well as use the USB port on the side here to charge another device simultaneously. However, one downside is that the charging rate through the USB port is capped at only 5 volt 1 amps, as opposed to 2.4 or 3 amps, which is increasingly popular among modern power banks. That gives you faster charging rate and performance, and this is not a power bank that supports Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 out of the box. So if you're using this port, you have to wait a little bit longer for your phone to be completely charged up. There's also a micro USB input, which is also 1 amp. On the back, there's also additional rubber feet that prevents it from sliding around, in addition to some basic information printed on the very back. So let's do a quick charging test. There is a mono beep speaker that will make a sound whenever you put a wireless phone on top of it, so don't be alarmed. There's also a LED that will start flashing that tells you the Qi receiver is starting to be used. So you can see that right now it's blue. It means that the contact is in place, and it will start charging up the phone automatically. Overall, the contact point seems to be fairly responsive, so I can rotate the phone 360 degrees. The Qi Power Stone's LED lights will also be continuously on while it's charging another device, so you can get an indicator of how much battery life is remaining of a quick estimate. So right now it's charging it up, and it remains pretty cool in temperature while charging a device wirelessly. But just like the USB port, it's definitely not the fastest charger on the market. And here's yet another device, a Nexus 4 being charged up, and you can see that it's started charging almost immediately after popping it down onto the power bank. So it actually works quite well. And again, the soft touch material makes the phone stay in place pretty well if you set it onto a flat surface. And here's a demo of charging the power bank wirelessly. I'm going to put it onto this Qi contact point, and you'll see the LED flash very briefly, and that means that it's connected onto the point, and you'll also see the LED start to go up slowly to give you a visual indicator that the battery is currently being charged. And here's a quick demo of us charging two phones at the same time. You can see it's working quite well, and there's no interference as far as performance of the charging rates. They can still both be charged up in roughly the same amount of time. It's just at 4,000 milliamp hours, obviously the capacity of the power bank isn't huge, so it's not going to get a full charge onto both of your devices, but you can top it up in a quick emergency if you need to, or you can also charge up smaller accessories like Bluetooth headphones or earphones, and that probably would be a pretty good secondary option along with your main smartphone battery. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the phone salesman QiStone Plus is concerned. This was definitely a commercial success when it first was released about a year and a half ago, and for good reason. It has a very clever, beautiful design that definitely looks like a stone or pebble. Reminds me a little bit of the Palm Pre as far as the feeling when you're holding it in the hand. The fact that you can both charge the power bank wirelessly as well as charge another smartphone on the top wirelessly is really clever. However, downsides would be the fact that it's not the most powerful battery pack in terms of capacity, as well as offering slightly slower charging rates and performance than more current models on the market. It's also a little bit steep at $80. However, it works quite well. The design and hardware is beautiful, and you can check out more details if you're interested down in the links down below. So thanks for watching this video here at OS Reviews. This has been the phone salesman QiStone Plus wireless battery pack.